Be aware of these 7 things when purchasing travel insurance. Many individuals have inquiries about travel insurance. Should I get travel protection? Should I insure my upcoming travels? Does it fit my needs? Do you have travel insurance? So those are some of the questions I'll be responding to in this video, among others. All the information you might possibly want to know about travel insurance. Hello everyone, welcome to Finance Wisdom. In this video, we're going to talk about Travel Insurance Guide, everything you need to know. If you're new to this channel, do like and subscribe to the channel. The first thing to understand is that not everyone should get travel insurance. You must establish your level of willingness to accept financial risks associated with travel before deciding if it makes sense for you. You need to consider the trip you're going on since travel insurance exists to reduce the financial risk when you travel. What was the price of it? How much money will you lose if you can't travel or something unexpected happens? Is it a $300 round-trip flight or a $30,000 once-in-a-lifetime journey? You must consider these factors before deciding whether or not to get travel insurance. You should also question yourself how much your mental stability is worth. Peace of mind may really be quite valuable to someone who wears a lot. The second thing to be aware of in following Travel Insurance Guide is to determine the wide variety of travel insurance policies. There is no one-size-fits-all solution for travel insurance. Additionally, every travel insurance policy has a separate set of terms and coverage locations. Now that you know what coverage categories to look for in a travel insurance policy, I'd like to share some with you. Trip cancellation insurance is the most popular kind of travel insurance coverage. If you have trip cancellation insurance, your insurance will reimburse you for the cost of your trip as long as the reason for your cancellation is one of the reasons that is covered. By the way, the majority of travel insurance policies often do not cover the COVID-19 coronavirus. Trip interruption coverage is often combined with trip cancellation coverage. This one kicks in if you have to pause and end your journey halfway through or after a third of the way because you need to go home due to an unforeseen circumstance. If that happened, the insurance would reimburse you for the portion of your trip that you were unable to take. Your expenditure incurred as a result of travel delays will be covered under trip delay coverage. Therefore, you may need to spend the night in a hotel if you've ever been delayed for 6 to 12 to 18 hours at LAX or London Heathrow. Trip delay coverage is designed to address this. Medical coverage is one area that may be very essential to you. A travel insurance policy that includes medical coverage will pay for any medical costs you incur while traveling. You might also want to check into emergency transport or evacuation coverage so that if you need to go to a hospital while in a third world nation or need to evacuate urgently due to a medical emergency, they would cover the cost of getting you to a better country with better medical facilities. Death or dismemberment coverage, it's somewhat of a downer, but if the insured person passes away, is severed from their body, or loses limbs, their next of kin, or in the event that they are severed from their body, would get the funds connected with that portion of the insurance. Baggage coverage. This will pay for costs that come up if your luggage gets lost, broken, delayed, or stolen. Rental car coverage will pay for your trip's rental vehicle. Change coverage will pay you back for any costs you have to pay to make changes to bookings for flights, cruises, or anything else. Depending on where you're heading, you may be interested in these less usual coverage area kinds. Political evacuation coverage is the first. We'll arrange for your transportation out of the nation in the event of anything like an uprising there. When a policy is described as comprehensive, it often means that it covers the majority of the topics we covered above. If a policy specifies that reimbursement is the sole form of payment, then you must make the first payment before receiving reimbursement. Some people could pay first, then you. The insurance provider may directly cover the cost of medical transport. You must thus determine if you have enough cash on hand to cover these prospective costs, and then battle to recover your money from the insurance provider. Annual plans are yet another intriguing insurance policy type. If you travel often, you may want to consider obtaining a yearly policy that would protect you on all of your journeys throughout a calendar year. If you are a frequent traveler, this might make sense. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's continue to discuss travel insurance guide. The cost is the third factor you should be aware of. Typically, the cost of travel insurance ranges from 5 to 12% of the trip's entire insured value. The main determinant is the average age of the covered population. If you're over 50, the cost often increases significantly. If there are some adults on the plan already, children under the age of 17 may be eligible for a discount or free service. When buying travel insurance, it's important to shop around and not just go with the company that your airline or cruise operator suggests when you book directly. The timing of purchasing travel insurance is the fourth important detail. Contrary to popular belief, you do not need to get travel insurance at the same time as you purchase your tickets, flights, or cruise. Most forms of travel insurance may be delayed until just before your departure. The sooner you get travel cancellation insurance, the greater the value you will receive from it. If you purchase it later, something may have already occurred, so you may not profit from it. If you didn't purchase it at the same time, you had to cancel it. Some rules to stipulate that you must buy it within 7, 14, or 21 days of making your reservation for the trip. Therefore, you don't have to, but you should look into the policies and attempt to make the reservation at the same time. The fifth thing to be aware of on Travel Insurance Guide to know some additional information regarding medical insurance. I believe this is to be one of the most crucial topics for travel insurance. Therefore, I'd want to go into it more thoroughly now than I did before. So, first and foremost, if you currently have health insurance, it's possible that it will cover you while you're traveling. To avoid paying twice for coverage you already have, read the fine print. Contact your insurance provider and determine that before purchasing travel insurance. You might need to dig a little further, however, since even if your insurance provider claims to cover you, they could really be charging for those services at out-of-network rates, which could result in very high medical costs if you become sick or injured while traveling. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. If you're traveling somewhere shady, you may want to seriously consider a policy that provides you with an emergency airlift service to transport you to a civilized hospital. As your journeys get more distant and adventurous, this kind of coverage becomes more crucial. For instance, you'll need a helicopter if you're trekking in the Himalayas and anything unfortunate occurs to you on the peak. You'll next need an aircraft to really transport you somewhere respectable following the helicopter. Therefore, the cost might escalate really fast. The sixth thing you should be aware of is how credit cards work. The question, do I need travel insurance if I already have a credit card that comes with certain premium perks, is one that is often asked. Of course, it depends on the card you have. The Chase Sapphire Reserve credit card is an example, and it offers the greatest travel perks. It offers travel interruption, trip cancellation, trip delay compensation, and loss, damage, and luggage coverage. Additionally, emergency medical and dental costs are covered, as well as medical evacuation and travel accident insurance. Your premium card will determine all of the perks. The seventh item to be aware of is whether you need travel insurance when you go on a trip, and this is the question the most people ask. And as for me, let me explain why I don't usually. I usually use miles or points to book my flights and directly with the airline. Miles or points tickets are often refundable or altered, either for free or for a small price. I would add that the moment when you probably want to acquire travel insurance is if you're scheduling that once-in-a-lifetime trip that's all paid for, non-refundable, and costs a lot of money. You'll want to ensure that if anything goes wrong, all of the money won't vanish, poof. Additionally, travel insurance begins to make a lot more sense for you if your health insurance won't cover you while you're traveling and you don't have a premium credit card that offers all these advantages. We've reached the end of another video, and thank you for watching. I hope you have learned a travel insurance guide. If you like this video, do give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. Thank you and goodbye.